It's been a brutal week to be a Barca fan. 4-0 against Atlético Madrid, 2-1 against Girona. Our Copa del Rey hopes are hanging by a thread. La Liga lead is gone and Real Madrid are 2 points ahead in the La Liga table. But the real question is, are we collapsing or overreacting? For the first time in a long time, Barca have lost back-to-back matches. Atlético Madrid dismantled us in the Copa del Rey, and Girona, a team fighting relegation, beat us. That puts our run to another Copa del Rey final in serious danger, and our leadership of the La Liga has slipped away with 14 games left. Is it painful? Yes. Is our season over? Absolutely not. One of the biggest talking points over the last couple of weeks has been the officiating in Spain, and to be honest, calling it poor feels generous. Girona's winning goal against Barca should have been checked by VAR. It wasn't. Everybody playing on that pitch, even the benches, they knew that that was a foul on Jules Koundé, and by right, it should have not been allowed to stand. But the referee was standing right in front of that tackle. He saw what happened and he refused to check VAR, and that was how we lost that game. That decision is the most baffling decision I have ever witnessed in my many years of watching football. Till today, I cannot understand how the ref thought it was not necessary to check VAR, how the VAR guys didn't invite him to come and check. I don't understand how that happened. It is just a stain on Spanish football, and this cannot continue. If we want teams to compete fairly, those officiating games have to be fair to all teams. That is how football should work. Then how about Pau Cubarsí's goal against Atlético Madrid in the Copa del Rey, which should have stood but didn't? Spanish authorities have admitted their errors and officials have been suspended, but the question is, do suspensions return stolen points? No. One thing I have to say though, yes, decisions have hurt us. Yes, they have cost us points. But if the team starts blaming the referees for everything, that's when you stop fixing your own problems. If Barca want to win this league, we must control what we can control: performance, intensity, decision making. The biggest rule of playing the high line is very, very simple. You must press the ball carrier with intensity. If you don't, you will get exposed. That really hurt us earlier in the season. The intensity returned and we went on a great run. Now, the same issue is creeping back. But let's be fair, the schedule is brutal, squad depth is thin, and fatigue is real. This is where Hansi Flick must adapt. But hear me out, I am not saying abandon the high line, but when the press is not working, what do? Just drop into a mid-block. I mean, he's done it before. That adjustment was needed against Atlético Madrid and against Girona. Unfortunately, it wasn't done, and that's one of the reasons we lost both games. Today, Hansi Flick had a 1-hour meeting with the players following the defeats. The message was clear: intensity, high pressing, tactical discipline, and finishing efficiency. A return to the fundamentals of this team, the reason we were very, very successful last season. And one thing is obvious, his football philosophy is non-negotiable. He isn't trying to reinvent Barca mid-season. What he's demanding is proper execution. Because his system only works when intensity is there. Without it, Barca becomes vulnerable. With it, Barca becomes suffocating. But effective leadership also means knowing when to adapt. The identity stays, the in-game adjustments must evolve. I also want to talk briefly about Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal was not himself in the game against Girona. If he was sick, as been reported in some newspapers, why was he allowed to play 90 minutes? Why was he taking the penalty? Please, we need to protect this kid better. Yes, if he scores a penalty, maybe it's a different game, but blaming an 18-year-old is lazy. The defeat was collective. I've seen fans turn on Hansi Flick far too quickly. This man came to a broken club, got little support, and yet delivered a domestic treble last season. Let's have the right perspective. What happened last season was massive overachievement. Right now, we are 2 points off the top. in the UEFA Champions League top 8 and already won the Super Cup. That's not collapse, that's a rough patch. Criticize tactics, demand adjustments, but writing him off is pure overreaction. Barca are still alive in every competition. In the La Liga, there are 14 games left. In the Copa del Rey, all we need is to attack from the very beginning, not concede goals, and get 1 or 2 goals before the end of the first half. In the second half, anything can happen. If there's any team that has the mentality to bounce back, it's Barcelona. This week wasn't the end of Barcelona's season. It was a reminder of the standards required to win it. I personally believe the team has the will, the mentality, and the character to bounce back. All they need to do is to ensure the next game is won, the next game after that is won, and the belief slowly returns. And a team that has belief like Barcelona is dangerous to everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, live well, be safe, and Visca Barça.